Right, well, let's move on to sport, and no question what the big game of the weekend is in the region. High-flying Sheffield United and struggling Sheffield Wednesday, shaping up for a derby game tomorrow.
Yes, Look North's Paul Ogden has persuaded the normally bitter rivals to get together over a friendly glass of shandy. And he's got absolutely no favourites. Just look at those scarves that he was wearing earlier. You've taken them both off, I see.
They've had them back now, actually, and the atmosphere is really friendly here in the Florist pub on Walkley, which overlooks Hillsborough. Normally, in a pub like this, on the eve of a Sheffield City derby, we'd be cringing and Look North at some of the things that the Wednesdayites and the Blades fans were saying about and to each other. But believe it or not, we've actually found a group of people here who have representatives of both sets of supporters, but who are friends. More on that in a second. Let's find out what they've been saying to and about each other around the rest of the city of Sheffield with Tanya Arnold. There's really a massive atmosphere building up right across the city in all sorts of pubs, just like this one in the Florist here in Walkley. There is something very special about this, though, and that is that there's a tradition building up of a meeting between Blades fans and Wednesdayites before every derby, even a pub quiz. The lads behind it are Neil and Richard. Richard, how on earth can you be friends in the first place with a Blades fan?
It's very hard, but I've known Neil a long time. We've always been good friends, apart from him being a Blade. But that's where we take it from.
Now, what happens at this quiz? Do you just shout abuse at each other across the bar all night?
Well, no, it took a lot of time to compile it, so it's all a serious affair. But hopefully Blades come out on top again.
Yeah, you think that's funny, do you?
I do think it's funny. I mean, we might not be the best on the pitch, but we've got the brains behind the brawn.
I don't think so.
Listen, surely the one thing you must agree on is it is better to have the Blades and the Owls in the same division, just so you can have a row twice every season.
Well, I don't hope so personally. I mean, I hope we're in Premiership next season, but yeah, it's good to have these events, and it's a good gathering.
And a quick prediction for tomorrow, Neil?
You can never tell with derby matches, it's going to be close, but if we play like we did against Reading the other night, 2-1 United.
I'm sure you agree with that, don't you?
They're awfully confident, aren't they? I'd take a point tomorrow, but they're very confident.
I tell you what, we could listen to these people all night, and I'm sure they wouldn't really agree, except perhaps on one thing. What's the greatest city in Yorkshire? Is it Leeds, Bradford, Wakefield? Sheffield! See, they do on one thing agree at least, but I bet they don't tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you. I'm glad they both agree that Sheffield's the best.
Yeah, one of them. Actually, I wonder